What's up? Just a quick Earlverse stream for my set at the world famous Comedy Store, which should be in about 2 hours. Hope you guys are doing well. What up? We got some OGs in the stream. I love that song. I try to sleep, they won't let me alone. They pray that they're the judge and jury. The great Rick Nielsen on the electronic guitar. Cheap Trick should have been bigger, but you know what? They're just the perpetual opening band. Yes, I mean, it's not really surprising George Foreman's dead. I mean, he was 76 and probably had CTE. I mean, just on the Ron Lyle fight alone, he looked a little wonky. The great Ron Lyle. So now they're in heaven. Maybe they can have a rematch. But Ron Lyle also killed 2 people, so that rematch might have to be somewhere in the middle of heaven and hell. Uh-oh, message held for review. These are already number 1. All right. Can you play Good Looking by Dixon? This isn't a radio show, baby. Interesting. Uh-oh. Peter Chicken Man Brennan. The only man with all caps privileges. If you see Fitzdog tonight, let him know us Brennan say hi. Even Danny. 100%. 100%. What up, geese? Yeah, I mean, Ali, you got to give him that. He knocked him down. I mean, not many people knocked George Foreman down. Really, all I can think of is Ali and Ron Lyle. Ron Lyle knocked him down like 3 or 4 times in only 4.5 rounds. And then he got tired. He had to go sleepy. So, rest in peace, George Foreman. I mean, all the good ones are gone now, It really was... I mean, he's nice to me, but, what up, Greg Vaughn? It really was a great era to grow up in the 70s watching heavyweight boxing. Well, I don't know about that Big Sexy, but, I appreciate that. I mean, think about it. You had a prime Ali, a prime Foreman, a prime Joe Frazier. And then you had that like second tier of guys, Ken Norton, Ernie Shavers, Ron Lyle, could have been champions if it weren't for the first 3. And then you had Jerry Quarry. He was a great fighter. And, Jimmy Young. Leon Spinks was a great fighter. So, just a... great time into the early 80s. And then, that's why I always feel bad for Larry Holmes is that, he really had no one to fight. I mean, Larry Holmes' most iconic fight is, the one-sided beatdown of the great Randall Tex Cobb. But, it's really not because of Holmes' dominance. It was more Cobb's chin and willing not to go down. EA Sports. It's in the game. Yeah, Gotti was, he lived up to his namesake, I'll tell you that much. But what up, VIP? I was always a heavyweight guy, so I really followed them. Like, I could even do a deep dive into you know, 80s heavyweights like Tim Witherspoon, Pinklin Thomas, John Tate, Frank Bruno, Mike Weaver. You know, I took boxing lessons from the Weaver triplets, which was quite fun. Floyd, Lloyd, and Troy. So, a great time from, let's say, 75 to 85 to be a heavyweight boxing fan. Oh, really? I mean, Tommy Morrison was a great fighter. And then it was that one fight, I think against Ray Mercer, where they thought, oh, you'll beat him. And he was supposed to fight someone really big. And something happened. And then Ray Mercer just fucking brutal KO. It's kind of like how Mike Tyson originally wasn't supposed to fight Buster Douglas. No, I'm at the Comedy Store in about 2 hours. Thank you very much. Okay, comic fighters, Joey Medina and Jay London. If I had to pick someone that I wouldn't want to fight, probably Don Barris, man. I've seen Don mad a few times. It's pretty scary. Yeah, 100% AC/DC. But that was, you know, I mean, Tommy Morrison was a great fighter. He just, you know, I think the pussy took him down. Another guy I liked, Razor Ruddock. Donovan Razor Ruddock was a great fighter. And, you know, the 90s had some good fighters, you know, Riddick Bowe and, you know, a couple other. What up, Zenlo? I mean, I don't know. Wasn't Joey Medina? Didn't he get called out by Kay Quigley for creeping on her? Joey and Jay were amateur boxers. I mean, Jay's probably. I mean, I see him now. His body's not very appealing, but you know, who's to say he still couldn't kick ass? And he's probably got that crazy gene where like you can hit him and it ain't gonna hurt him. So, hello, Michael. Trying to think of other. I mean, Faberman. You know, he's a pretty big dude. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to fight a lot of these guys. I mean, I don't think Lennox Lewis is second greatest heavyweight ever. I mean, you know, see when we get into this discussion, when I think of this discussion, I think, okay, put everyone in their prime. So prime Ali, a prime Frazier, a prime Foreman, a prime Ron Lyle, a prime Tyson, a prime Larry Holmes, a prime Lennox Lewis, a prime Riddick Bowe, a prime Razor Ruddock, and I mean, if you look at it that way, um, I don't think Sonny Liston would have taken a shot from Tyson. I mean, it's something we'll never know, you know, obviously. It's like, you know, as great as, you know, Babe Ruth was, you know, he didn't go up against a lot of the greatest pitchers because they were in the Negro leagues. So, yeah, I mean, ask Dooku Kim about Boom Boom Mancini. Roy Jones in his prime was good. What up, William Zoom? We're just chilling before my Comedy Store set, which is in about 2 hours. It's crazy that it's 10:20 and I don't have to be at work for another 2 hours. But that's the business I have chosen. So there you go. But I mean, yeah, it would be great to see like, what about Jack Johnson, the bare knuckles guy? You know, put him up against a prime Tyson. What do you think about Lars? Lars Ulrich? Bart Gunn, 100%. He got jobbed. He got jobbed out. He got taken out. Might as well have had that be Jeff Ross presents, what was that thing called? King of the Ring or what was that called? Jeff Ross presents Bart Gunn. Rambo 2, not a bad movie, although nothing comes close to Rambo. It's just, the Rambo 2 kind of, you could tell they made a lot of money on the first one, so it was a little more glossier, but I like the grittiness. We don't talk about Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub in here and their podcast. By the way, I was asked the other day, would you go on Schaub's podcast if Callen was on it? I'm like, nope, because I got fucking morals. Yeah, I mean, bare knuckles is like that slap box, which I laughed at a lot, to be honest with you. I feel bad, but I did laugh a lot at Slapbox. Yeah, what was her name? Joan Chen. And I loved it. Had the bad guy from Beverly Hills Cop as well. But I don't know. I just, the first one, the grit really got me into it. Like, it looked like low budget, even though Stallone had, what, 2 Rocky movies under his belt, maybe 3 Rocky movies under his belt. I mean, I saw that movie in theaters, Rambo Last Blood. It's a little unbelievable. Like, it's not very believable that Rambo could take out a whole wing of the Colombian army. But, it was good. I had a good time. Oh, I thought it was Julia Chen. Joan Chen, I mean. Maybe she was in the third one. I don't know. You lose track with Stallone. I mean, he's definitely not shy about sequels. I thought I think the 2 best were the first 2, and then, the others just, they were there, they made money. But, I kind of wish Clint Eastwood would do one last Dirty Harry, and he gets killed, and then a new guy takes over. Oh, okay. Now I must be thinking, I don't know then. I thought, what was the one where he's on the boat in like Vietnam and the hot girl? That's not Joan Chen. I know Clint Eastwood, born 1930, same age as Gene Hackman. So, but I think if they did one last Dirty Harry and he gets killed like halfway through it, and then the new guy takes over, that could do big business. And you know me, I'm all about big business. Me and Red Bar are cool, so he ain't gonna talk bad about me. Trust me on that one. I mean, Red Bar is the OG of. You almost might say Red Bar is responsible for the Dabbleverse because he showed that kind of combat, not radio, but combat podcasting is big. So that's $200 for a backflip, Juan Arminta. What am I, a monkey in a cage? Like, what the fuck? Tell me to do something. I don't deal well with authority. This hamburger don't need no helper. Expendable movie. That was okay. The first one was good. Because it was kind of a, just a nostalgia run to see like Dolph Lundgren back on the screen. I don't have a favorite Jeff Ross joke. You mean a joke that he tells? Yeah, I'm good on that. Thank you very much, though. I think he's there tonight, so we'll probably bop into each other. That's all right. Don't make no difference to me. It's always weird, though, when I'm talking to a girl and he like stares at me like, why aren't they talking to me instead of Earl? I could think of one reason. The mirror. Who knows who's watching? I mean, I've never met Red Bar, so I don't know if that's his real life shtick or not. But I was just saying he is kind of the OG of like combat podcasting. It doesn't really matter. When you look like that, you ain't gonna do anything better. I mean, no offense, but like, like I could look better. He can't. Yeah, he could play. What was the guy's name who was in charge of the Aryan Brotherhood? Red Rider. Jeff Ross could be. Wouldn't that be something if they cast me as Big Al and the remake of Blood In, Blood Out, and Jeff gets to play Red Rider? What if I was Jeff Lifshitz? It could be. Maybe you are. Life is a work. I mean, I still think that stand-up Batman is a girl. No one ever thinks that. Um, the government. Good day, Shandy. Am I Team Brennan or Team Kumia? The dog is still alive. Thank you very much. So nice you had to ask it twice. I guess I'm Team Brennan. I don't really know Kumia. So, um, well, way to bring the mood down, Jedediah. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Most comics don't stream right before a big show, but I am because I'm a fucking soldier. We're just doing a half hour tonight because I got some business to attend to. Are you Team Stut Joe or Team Dante? That's a tough one. I'm gonna go. Oh boy, I don't know, man. Is there a third choice? I'm Team Johnny Zapp, maybe. Have I ever had not really. I've been very lucky in that regard. What's the worst joke you've ever told on stage? Probably exactly ACDC. Probably when I went on the dating show. It's called One Night Stand Up, and it was in the main room of the Comedy Store, and it was packed, paid audience, which in general are the worst kind, but it was still pretty full. And the premise of the show is it's a dating show, but the girl never sees you. She just hears your act. And this is right around the time of the Duke lacrosse case, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go edgy. So I'm like, hey, everyone, do you know the captain of the Duke lacrosse team had a degree in economics? So if anyone knew 47 didn't go into two, it was that guy. Dead silence, other than Dave Taylor in the back. Chicken Man knows Dave going, oh my God. And then Ian Bagg letting out a cackle. I'm like, that's not a good sign. And then I followed it up with, hey, what about what's the last sport left for white people? And a lot of people say horse racing, but the jockeys might be white, but the horses are still black. Hey, I mean, two bombs back to back. Um, so, what can I do? I took a shot. Needless to say, I did not get a call back. You Team Pipper or Team Tupper? I mean, wow. How about Team Prater? Team Prater. You need to keep my attention better with the stand-up, but I like the overall game. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Well, in theory, it's like, yeah, the jockeys are white, but the horses are still black. Hello. I'm Team Piper, 100%. Austin's dead to me. That son of a bitch. 9 more minutes, guys. 9 more minutes. Then I have to walk Lois and do some errands, maybe write some jokes. I have to do some business. See, I remember when AC/DC and Zoom didn't get along that well, and now the Earlverse brings people together, man. I have dated a few heavyweight ladies, no doubt about that. Yeah, and I'm the bad guy, I assume. That's what, you're blocking me. And I didn't even go there. I think he got mad, and it's probably not even Austin, to be honest with you. It's probably like, um, you know, an assistant. Some guy came up to me at the AEW after party. He's like, "Hey, I feel bad because you're a nice guy, but just so you know, I run Kenny Omega's account." I'm like, "Oh, really?" Uh, no, I'm good. I like my jokes. You know, my jokes are my jokes. They're not going to be anybody else's. Uh, we're talking like 250 plus. ACDC won't fight me at any Chicago parks. Well, don't you live in LA, Chicken Man? Or are you a voyeur? You like to keep your location secret. You don't live on Crest Hill, behind the store. Hello. There are many like them, but these jokes are mine. Um, have I dated a woman 250 pounds? I probably have. Uh, did you like the mock spiked hotspot? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess that the rubber tips and the bat, some fell off, and it was a little rough to watch. Because you could tell when he did it. I think it was the ref. He like, hey man, he said something like, hey man, and I couldn't make out what the other shit was. Oh shit, that's about 10 brothers, I think, or 10 kids. You're not gonna hit a woman, ACDC, are you? I mean, Chicken Man, how many sisters do you have? I mean, I would say Bolivia was about 185 in her heyday when we dated. Other than that, I mean, there was one girl at Perry's Pizza in Garden Grove. She was no lightweight. Trust me on that one. WWE Shawn Michael, yes. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but um, no, trust me. Toward the end, I don't know what she looks like now, but when I dated her, she was easily 170. But I didn't care. I liked her, so um, she's definitely the heaviest girlfriend I've had. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a fact, Jack. ACDC. Um, I've never dated an NBA player. I've never dated a girl taller than me. Probably the tallest girl I ever dated was Whitney Rice. The shortest girl I ever dated was hey, is the grass greener? Not really. Um, would I ever date a WNBA player? I mean, if I was attracted to them. See, I don't. I'm subtle. I'm very subtle. I don't have a type per se. I'm more of a vibe guy. So that's one where I would date anyone if I liked them enough. You ever date a Shuli? I don't think I have, actually. Good question is always, Chicken Man. Um, yes, I am going to the Comedy Store tonight, so that's why I'm only doing another 5 more minutes. We'll go to the 32-minute mark in honor of Orenthal James Simpson. Would you date a Kennedy? I mean, not one that I was related to. Ho! 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 I mean, well, I didn't date. I have had sex with a black woman, Black Angela. And we still talk. I talk with most of my, I wouldn't call her an ex, but most of my booty calls. Hi, Elias. I am good. How are you? Did I ever date Whitney Cummings? I did not. Are you feeling funny tonight? Yeah, I'm feeling good. Got a lot of people coming to see me, probably like 10 people. Would you date twins? I've had uh, relations with the Rosenberg twins, and you could see who they are if you ever watched the movie Swingers when John Favreau sits down to play cards and the two twins are there. I've, um, let's just say, taken care of business with them. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Yeah, actually, then I take that back. I have dated two Shuleys, but probably not Elias. How much did you pay? I don't pay for pussy directly, but we all pay, brother. Trust me on that one. How did you bang twins? Well, I didn't bang them at the same time, but they did give me a double BJ. Who was the comedian who dated John Sally? Come on, give me. I can't. I don't dox people's sexual um, whatever. Would you bang conjoined twins? I probably wouldn't. That'd be a little weird for me. Would you date the Hodge twins? I don't know who they are. I've seen them in the same room. It was not Amy Schumer. Would I bang Tony Hinchcliffe? He's not my type. Hello. What about parasitic twins? I'm not really. You guys seem to have your own sexual and peccadillos in here. Um, I'm. Yes, thank you, William. June. Please check out the Inappropriate Oral podcast. It's not done. We just don't do it as often. Um, was it Sarah Silverman? No, it was not. Fortune Femster. She's a good dude. Ho! 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 Yes, sex talk with Earl. Maybe that's the key to making the money, honey. 2.5 more minutes, guys. And then Daddy has to conduct some business. I do like AEW Dean Ambrose, the Death Riders, but it's getting a little boring though. Like they got to switch up the storyline because I'm getting a little okay. Now they've kind of teased Wheeler Yuta being in and out of it, but I don't know. I'm gonna watch Collision later tonight if I don't get some poontang. I mean, you never know. I mean, I'm trying to get to. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow, and that's something I would like you guys to all retweet or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get my Kamala doll, and actually, I've got 3 or 4 Kamala dolls. I'm gonna do a quick video asking the WWE if I can induct Kamala. I mean, I've really been his biggest supporter. That's my favorite line in Smoking the Bandit. Happens every time one of them showboat dancers starts poontanging around with. No, wait. Happens every time one of them dancers starts poontanging around with them showboat F word. Um, I'm 56, so I mean, I'm not gonna say it happens every night, to be honest with you, but I mean, I had a girl a couple weeks ago, months ago, whatever it was, come up to me and go, "You have it, and I want it," and she got it. Oh, uh, it wouldn't look nice on my highway, and you can think about it. Don't do it. What is it? Happens every time one of them dancers starts poontanging around with them chauffeur. They said the piazza word. Yeah. Oh, Mary Kleiman, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. No, I'm clean. I've never had a disease. Thank you very much. Does Lois watch? No, it's just too many people on the flashing lights. She doesn't bark anymore, so now I can leave her home alone, and it's just better. Yeah, I mean nothing. I thought Mike Henry did a great job keeping up with an inebriated Jackie Gleason. Most of Jackie Gleason's lines were improv. Uh, do you think Bruce Lee was legit? I could not have beaten up Bruce Lee. I know, but sometimes I'm tired, Spurred. I mean, my night's just beginning. Black Trans Am, what's your pleasure? You want anything? Hush puppies, Daddy. We got no time for that crap. I don't really have any memories of Bob Crane. We didn't hang out as much as you would think we would have. I mean, I don't know if he slapped Bruce Lee around, but I'm sure they had sparring sessions that went back and forth. Give me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper to go and make it fast in a goddamn hurry. Who you chasing? Ain't no one chasing me, boy. Earl, I did not know Bob Crane for the second time. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna. I mean, this guy's legit. He's not like just some dude I met on the internet. Like his clients are very big. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he got the best of Bruce Lee, and I'm sure Bruce Lee got the best of him. And I mean, I'm trying to think of Jeff Speakman, the Perfect Weapon. He's like a legit and Kimpo karate. Jim Kelly was a very good martial art. Bob Wall, who was in Enter the Dragon and Game of Death, was a very good champion. No, Dante has not managed me. When and where do you meet Bob Crane? I don't know. You guys, even the Chicken Man's getting in on the game. I don't know Bob Crane. What the fuck? Steven Seagal. I mean, he's legit, but I don't know if he he's kind of full of shit on a lot of things he says, though, to be honest with you. Guys, one more minute. I went 3 minutes over just to placate you guys. You ever eat? No, I've never eaten roadkill. I've eaten alligator with Rob Schneider in Louisiana. I didn't like it, to be honest. It was a little too rubbery and salty. You guys are real dialed in on Bob Crane tonight. I mean, the freaks are out tonight. Well, you've got 45 seconds to figure it out. Frank Dukes. I mean, I don't know what good alligators cooked and not. I did also have a bison burger in Colorado. Like, it was a legit bison. Like, you could tell they just killed this thing an hour before they cooked it. We don't do links in here. This isn't the Dabbleverse. This isn't MLC. I'm not interviewing a drunk Mr. Kill Everything. And, I mean, how sad is that shit? Yeah, thank you very much, Shandy Girl. Yeah, I mean, it was very dry. And it was in Colorado, so I think it was just like, Rob was like, we're having buffalo. And I'm like, I'll just take a regular burger. And Rob's like, you're having buffalo. Mr. Kill getting hit with some shrapnel. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the guy, so I just think it's kind of fucking sad. Yeah, rest in peace, George Foreman. One of the greats. Great fights with Ali, Joe Frazier. I think his best fight ever was against Ron Lyle. Iconic. He's 76. I mean, the guy must have had fucking CTE. Let's say we could do links. How about sending it to Jeff Ross and Ray DeVito? Not on your life. I mean, if you go back and watch the episode or listen to the episode I did with Jeff, he was so fucking lazy. And I was excited to have him on at the time because we were getting along. But I was like, this guy knew Charlie Barnett. You could talk about that and just all these other things. And he was just like, he put in he put in the minimal effort. And at some point, he just had his feet up on my table, and it was like you could tell he didn't want to be there, which is fine, but don't do it in the first place. Then I could have gotten a million other people. Do you own a Foreman grill? I do not. That was originally supposed to be the Hulk Hogan grill. Yes, I do have a Ron Lyle Off the Ropes. I have the Ron Lyle biography, Off the Ropes. I want to read it eventually at some day, and I mean, what a I even brought his name up in the meeting. He's like, "Do you have any ideas?" Like, I think a documentary about Ron Lyle. I mean, here's a guy in prison for 7.5 years for murder, gets out, fights George Foreman to maybe the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. Fights Muhammad Ali, was beating him for 11 rounds, and then he just got gassed out. Bigger liar. Johnny Zapp, no doubt. It's not even close. And Wheels Parisi, but is by far the biggest liar. What up, Brian? We're just about to end the stream, baby, because you just came in. We'll do 2 more minutes to 40 minutes. Hello. I heard Gene Hackman left all his money to his wife, so I don't know what happens now. Like, I mean, apparently she died smelling like rat fumes or something. And I don't mean the band. Ho, ho, ho. So hit the like and subscribe button on your way out, please. And I might do a quick backstage stream tonight at the Comedy Store. We'll see how it is. Well, I did play hockey with the ShamWow guy. Maybe I could get him to make the Earl Skakel grill. It's stick a weenie in and see what happens. Oh, that's all right. I mean, yes, so I'm wondering, that's going to be an interesting estate sale because he was worth like 80 million. I mean, listen, I make a pretty good living off of residuals from I'm Dying Up Here, Real Rob on Netflix. I don't get that much for that because it's not replayed that much. The Jellies, and I can only imagine Gene Hackman was a successful actor for 50 fucking years, man. Can you imagine what his SAG checks are worth? I mean, woo! Nelly. All right, guys, 20 more seconds. Barry Ribs outlived George Foreman. Yeah, I mean, how old is Barry Ribs? I don't really. You guys mentioned that you like the side view. I haven't heard from Barry Ribs. You played hockey? Yes, I did play hockey with Vince Offer. He got mad at me because I would never pass to him. I was like, bro, I've got the hardest shot in the league. I'm not going to pass to the ShamWow guy. I was just like, come on, give me a break. I mean, I wasn't like the best player, but I have an NHL slap shot, like speed-wise. And my wrist shot is NHL level. But, he's a nice guy, though. I mean, I got no beef with the ShamWow guy. Oh, yeah, that would be. Yeah, I could do it like that. The Earl sign right there. And, if I go back to this view, maybe up there, but I don't want wires and shit. There's a lot of wires attached to this thing, so. I played one day of high school football, and then my mom wouldn't sign the insurance waiver, so I played on the golf team. But I wasn't. Artie Lang outlived Ralphie May. Well, that's not Ralphie's last name. He was so big, his real name was Ralphie May, June, and July. Ho! Ho! I mean, I loved Ralphie. I would have jumped in the coffin with him if there was room. Ho! Ho! Yeah, Ralphie Mayo. Boing! Suggestion is getting in on that. All right, guys, I said we were going to 32 minutes. I've given you 8 minutes of overtime. Mom did. You got to Zoom. Too late, too soon. Yeah, Artie Lang, he looks horrible these days. All right, we're going to 45 minutes, guys, and then I got to go, man. I got to, just make sure the baby is well taken care of. I mean, Vince was cool. He was a pretty good hockey player, actually. Great hockey body, very long and lanky. So he was tough to get the ball and puck from because he just could like he had incredibly long arms. Um, yeah, I mean, I saw Artie at the roast battle once. It was not pretty. Just it's kind of sad. People are giving him drugs on the sidewalk. Just get these fucking losers away from you, bro. I mean, I can't imagine all the drugs he's done. I mean, I don't know if dementia runs in his family. Of course, nothing runs in his family. Hello, see, that's just a fucking quick joke I made up. Yeah, I mean, Artie, he just, you don't have to be a fucking gym rat, but man, he goes way too hard in the paint. I mean, I would assume he blew out his fucking nasal. Zoom probably knows more than me about the proper terminology. It was like, Stevie Nicks blew out her septum. Like, so she had to get cocaine and blow it up her ass. There was literally a guy on tour who would blow cocaine up her ass. You still talk to the chick who checked you playing hockey? That fucking bitch. No, but I ended up playing on the same team with her. Um, yeah, I think it was real glass though. Um, well, can you imagine the job interview? Hey, man, come on in. Do you like cocaine? Yeah, man, it's the 70s. Of course I do. Do you like sucking things through a straw? Yeah, fuck, why not? Can you suck cocaine through a straw and hit a very small target? Yeah, no problem, no problem. One more last thing. Do you mind the smell of Lindsey Buckingham? No, he's a cool guy. All right, you're hired. Boing. Yeah, and allegedly that's all right. One more minute, guys. Allegedly, cocaine gets into the system quicker through the ass. I forget the reason why. Aren't there more like blood vessels back there or something? So, Peter Chicken Man Brennan Rob Saul was the kid who sucked coke to Stevie. Hello, I don't get the Rob Saul, a fascination. I mean, at least Perry was in a movie. Um, you know, I don't get the Perry thing either. I mean, I didn't think Perry was funny literally 24 years ago when I met him at the Canoga Park Bowl when Fred Rerun Barry was the house MC. That's when you've fallen off of, the Hollywood success trail when you're on one of the top sitcoms of your time and 15, 20 years later, you're hosting an open mic at the Canoga Park Bowl. Yeah, Sugar Pimp Dorsey. By the way, rest in peace, um, Wings Hauser, one of the great B movie actors of all time. But he also got into some big movies. He was in Michael Mann's The Insider with Russell Crowe, and also I think was an executive producer on Uncommon Valor with Gene Hackman. No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. So, all right, guys, Earl Skakel, you guys know the deal. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you, as always, for commenting on the videos, especially William Zoom. And, I'd go to Best B Movie Actor. I don't know. I got to disagree with you there, man. I think the Best B Movie Actor was Wings Hauser. Thank you very much. I'm off to the Comedy Store to make people laugh. Earl Skakel, over and out.